Now you hold that document, which is your share document. But now that's the only document now that you have your name in box 17. Every other document before that doesn't. Every other document before that has to come back to that one because your name's in box 17. That's the living entity. That's the ecclesiastical spirit. What the Christian name was given to, Christ's name was given to that registration date. That supersedes any other entry name. That tells you on the document, which is on the certificate of name given in baptism. That tells you on the document. Yes.
Sorry, mate. I can't give you precedence over.
I'd like to ask Mark a question regarding birth certificate, right? Because of my age, I would say I have a birth certificate, but it's a small one and it's very old, like 60s. How would I get hold of the original? I mean, I wasn't born in this country, so how would I get hold of the birth certificate, the original?
Vanessa, I'll come back to your question in 1 second. Sorry. When you came over, you was nationalized.
Okay.
Yeah. Now that nationalization paper will act as your birth certificate because it's entered you into United Kingdom Limited. So now that nationalization, now the thing about it, with your small birth certificate, with that nationalization document, you can get them to trace back and find your birth certificate, and you can get a printout of a birth certificate basically. As long as you got your original information on your birth certificate, they can find a birth certificate for you.
Thank you.
Sorry. Vanessa, yes. Understanding the jurisdictions, that's the thing you've got to do basically. No one is their name. Their name is, okay, as I was saying earlier on about the spiritual side, you've got the City of London. The City of London is one jurisdiction. England is another jurisdiction. United Kingdom is another jurisdiction. There's 3 different jurisdictions we're playing with here. So when you capture the limited company name, you capture everything from every jurisdiction. No one.
Joanne's got. Sorry, mate. Again, Joanne's got a question again.
No one can change that.
Joanne. Sorry, mate. Joanne.
I'm answering Vanessa's question.
Oh, sorry, mate. Carry on.
So the thing about it, what it is that how, because you're not seeing the second jurisdiction, you're only inside the United Kingdom jurisdiction. You're not seeing outside of it. Take yourself out of it and look as the observer and see the different jurisdictions and know that this spirit has to have a legal paperwork to say that it's allowed to possess this body. The legal paperwork gives you that ownership over the name being used for that body. That's basically the legal documentation to say that, yes, you as a ship, your body is the temple, can go into the United Kingdom dead entity and trade there if you want. You can do that because that document says you can do. Now, the ecclesiastical one gives you, because you're a spirit or a soul from the Almighty, you was given the land like everybody else was. So we're all equal here. We all have ownership of the land and we have a percentage of the land that we can claim. Now, for us to be able to do that, we have to be recognized by the church to say, right, that this body was baptized or christened in the church to say that it was a godly figure. It was God that was coming into the body because it was baptized and christened. So it was a God spirit coming in. Yeah. So you've got to capture that and get that in legal writing to show it in the 3D world, even though you're a 5D soul, whatever. Basically what you're doing, you're saying, right, okay, I'm going to the church to allow the church to tell me from the Father that I'm allowed to operate, this spirit is allowed to operate in this body. Here's the puppet master now. Yeah, the spirit is the puppet master. The body is the puppet. Now, the puppet, it belongs to the 3D world. You got two worlds. You got the spiritual world, you got the physical world. Now, for the spirit to possess the body, it has to be legally entitled to do that. So you go and get the legal document from the church to say that the spirit has entered the body. And then you go and get the legal paperwork to say that the spirit now owns the body, and you've matched them together and two become one now. Now you've done that, you can now go and claim your treasury account, because it's yours from what the Almighty God gave you. But the thing about it, because people are running around in one jurisdiction, they're only seeing one jurisdiction. They're not seeing the other jurisdictions. You have to start stepping away and looking, how many jurisdictions are we actually in? The church jurisdiction is nothing to do with United Kingdom. That's the City of London. City of London is a completely different entity to United Kingdom, and United Kingdom and City of London are completely different entities to England. England is a limited company. What we stand on, the fourth jurisdiction we stand on the Kingdom of England. There's only one kingdom, that's the Kingdom of England. We stand on it. You go and look up at the Wikipedia about Kingdom of England. It won't tell you that it's England. England is a limited company. So there's 3 different limited companies we have to go and search and get that for. To get the documentation from all them 3 different companies, we've got to go to England. We get that's got Companies House is England's company. We go there to do a contract with Companies House as a man and their director to say, right, I want to buy a company that can float in the United Kingdom because it's a legal entity and it's my shit. Then I go to the ecclesiastical to say, right, God gave me the earth. So I should be able to get my percentage and whatever my collection is from that earth. That's where we get the natural resources. So we can go to the Treasury and say to the Treasury, right, Treasury, I want you to take some of my natural resources and convert it, which is the conveyance, into fiat currency and put that in my bank account so I can spend it. Instead of doing it, they'll probably just usually give you a black card and say, look, don't spend more than 50 million a year or something. Game over. It's very simple, but we make it look difficult. Sorry, Joanne. I hope that explains something, Vanessa. But we can come back.
Yeah. No, that was absolutely fantastic. And as I said, you are in line with what Ken Cousins is saying. He goes into other things about the history and things like that. Yeah. So maybe it's somebody you might want to check out. And I would also recommend that other people have a look at Ken Cousins' work at Gemstone University, because it's the same difference. But what he's ultimately saying is, you can create a private society, so you can live in the private, but then you'll use you can still trade when you need to, but like you said, you've got to be in the right jurisdiction.